Hey everybody, welcome back to another unmotorized moment of inspiration. I'm still your host, Dustin Bain, and today's message is it's for somebody out there looking to change, but not quite sure how to change or what to do. And it stems from a conversation we were having this weekend with my son. My daughter and my oldest daughter, my son and I went up to Minnesota Twins game and to the Mall of America for my birthday getaway. My wife and other daughter stayed home with my dogs because my dogs are crazy, so somebody had to stay with them. But my oldest daughter, my son, went up to the Twins game. The next day we went to the Mall of America, and as I'm sure we're the only family, every time you go to the Mall of America, you have to eat at, where's your place? Our place is Rainforest Cafe. Rainforest Cafe. So we're sitting at Rainforest Cafe, and we place an order for the appetizer, and they bring out the appetizer, which was like mozzarella sticks, spinach dip, spinach and artichoke dip, and some chips and some other stuff. Well, they bring it out, and there's a little tub, those little tubs that have like ranch or whatever's in them. And my son reaches over at the mozzarella stick and he looks over at the one tub that was red and he goes, is that marinara or is it salsa? So I grabbed a chip, dipped it in the marinara, started eating it, and I'm like, well, it's marinara. So he takes his mozzarella stick, starts eating it, dips it in there, starts eating it. Rah, rah, rah. Well, a little time later, my daughter and I look over at my son Max, and he's taking chips and he's dumping them in the marinara sauce and starting to eat them. And we're going, what are you doing? He goes, and he looks at us like this look, there's half in his mouth, half out. He goes, I thought it was normal. I saw Dad dip the chip in the marinara. That's just what you did, I thought. Which brings to the awareness to you. What is normal? Normal is nothing other than what you see and what you believe. Example, for some of us, some of our friends down in Tucson, Arizona, they're normal. Their normal is this. Their son is homeschooled, and when it's time for them, when they're learning about different cultures, when they're learning about like the Great Wall of China, when they're learning about Rome, they get on a flight and they go there. And they immerse themselves in the culture for a few weeks. That is their normal. That's not our normal, but that's their normal. Like that's just what they do. How many of you, for your spouse, for when you're looking around, your normal is you come home from work, you gripe about the day, you sit on the couch, you grab a beer, you grab another beer, you grab another beer, and you sit there, and then you go to bed and you do it again. And your kids are watching this. Your son, your daughter, you're watching this, and they're like, well, I guess this is normal. And guess what they grow up thinking? This is normal. What if you flipped it? What if you decided the lesson we're going to teach our kids, the lesson we're going to move forward for our mentality is this? Our kids think that we go on date nights once a week. That's their normal. So when they're growing up, they're building their relationships like you go on date nights once a week with your spouse. That's just what you do. You go on date nights with your kids. That's just what you do. You exercise in the morning. That's what you do. That's normal. For some families, that's not normal. And if you want to create a new normal for the future, you need to start creating a new normal now. What are the things that you can be doing now? What are the things you can be attracting into your life by putting messages out there that are normal for you, for where you want to be? Some of you have been into my practice and you've been noticing the last few days, and I love this. I don't know how I discovered this. I started playing my Jimmy Buffett music. Some of you know that. I started on the TVs. Very little subtle. A lot of you don't realize why I did this. I went to YouTube, searched beach scenes, and it's like 8 hours of beach. It's just waves crashing on and up. And I put those on the two TVs, and the reason I did that, one, I think it's cool, it's pretty, but I'm also putting in my mind, my new normal is one day I'm going to look out my window of my house. That's what I'm going to see. Now some of you are like, well, that's crazy. Is it? Your reality is what you see. Your reality is what you believe. Your reality is what you're creating. That will be my norm. Look at your day, look at your actions. What is your normal? And if you want to elevate your normal, you're going to have to be conscious about it. You're going to have to choose and say, here's what I need to do to get there. And my kids, they're watching me, they're seeing all this stuff. What is normal? What is normal? Giving generously to those in need? Yeah, it is. Is normal waking up early to get your exercise in before the day starts so you can see the sunrise? Yeah, it is. Normal isn't waking up sluggish. Normal isn't kind of just bitching about the day. Normal isn't waking up saying, gosh, I have to go to work today. Oh, my kids don't see that. And I hope your kids don't see that either. You're putting in their brain what normal is. Be conscious. Be aware. You define you. You define the future. Create it. Let's roll. Stay inspired.